welcome back to another live. I'm so sorry that I'm doing it really late tonight. Um, yeah, so I was like chilling, watching documentaries online, and I think this has kind of inspired this video, the title of this video, that dating is dangerous. I am someone that consumes, when I consume a lot of media or news or whatever, I start to get paranoid and I believe that it's going to happen everywhere around me. I'm that kind of person that shouldn't watch any crime documentaries, anything like that, because I just become very paranoid. So as you can see from the title, dating is dangerous. And I know some people may shrug it off and say, come on, dating is fun. This is the best way to meet people. Or they may say they found they found the one through dating, or they're now married to the person that they met online or whatever. I still stand by my point that dating is dangerous. Um, I never used to think that way before, but now I'm realizing the dangers of it and the risks that people do take. And when I watch like documentaries and you see people being murdered on their first date, and you realize that, we meet people and we think they're okay. Hey AP, what's up? Thank you for saying hi and thank you so much for the like. When you like see these people getting on their first dates and then it ends in tragedy, right? You just realize that literally life is a gamble, and a lot of people don't realize that dating is not biblical. And I did not know this before, right? I remember like there was a guy that was on my Instagram, and we are no longer friends. He made a decision to just block me, which I'm not going to go into. But he was like a turning point for me. Like he would help me with a lot of information. He would um teach me a lot actually. And I remember I put something up about dating and he corrected me. He was like, dating's not biblical. And he was breaking it down, and I was like, wow, I did not know this. And I remember before I was speaking to a guy that is a Muslim, and even he said, like, I didn't bring up the topic, but he made it clear. He was like, we were talking as friends, guys. I was not hitting on him. He made it clear. He was like, in my religion, he was like, we don't date. We 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 get together to marry. And that's when I realized like society is doing everything completely wrong. It's all about hooking up, dating. It's almost like they glamorize this, and then these people that are higher up, they create these apps for it to happen. And like we all know that, these dating things. There was one called Plenty of Fish. Thank you so much for the like. So much bad things has happened on that, that dating website, whatever you call it. And the fact that these people still continue to create apps when they know how dangerous it is. No pen, no paper, but you still draw my attention. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for saying that. Oh my God, my brain is so slow because I read that and I literally thought of pen and paper, and I just realized it's meant to be a chest up line. That's funny. Yeah, and I just realized now, I just finally got what you meant, drawing attention, meaning draw with the pen and paper. Guys, sorry, I'm so slow. Um, yeah. So as I was saying, like it's not rocket science that on these apps, these dating websites, before the apps, it was dating websites, how dangerous they were. People were getting scammed out of money. All sorts. There's all sorts of people that go on there, and these people prey on people as well. No, I'm not from Coventry. Yeah, Plenty of Fish, AP. That is a site for. Oh my God, I'm not going to say that out loud. I'm just being honest in my experience. I did not know that it was a site for that, because when Plenty of Fish came out, guys, when there was like when dating websites and stuff came out, I never showed interest because um obviously because of my upbringing, and I knew how dangerous it was. It's that stranger danger, and I knew that my mom would not approve of me being on those kind of sites. I just never paid much attention to it. But I do remember like women that were way older than me, middle-aged women, were on those websites. It's crazy. Yeah, you're close. I'm not gonna say my location on here though. Um, Yeah, so when you see things like that, these people are still inventing more apps, and they know that they're putting people's lives at risk. And wow, you're American and you're guessing. Wow, you're good at accents then. Um, DK said, I don't know, I think a lot of people benefit from these sites as well, though. Yeah, like people who wouldn't meet someone without them. Oh, let me read that again. I don't know, I think a lot of people benefit from these sites as well, though. Like people who would not meet someone without them. I just got what you meant, sorry. So, there's people that need the dating sites because without them, they wouldn't meet anyone because some people work a lot, right? So when they work a lot, that's the only option they have. I get it. I actually totally get what you're saying. You lived in the UK for a bit, that's why. Where in America was you born? Like, in which state was you born in? That's really cool that you lived in the UK for a bit. That makes a lot of sense. Um, yeah. So these sites are very dangerous, and the internet is dangerous as a whole. If you think about it, like anyone can speak to you, you can speak to anyone in the world, and we don't know anything about anyone. Literally, I was saying this on my last live, Rhode Island. I've never heard of that before. It sounds Greek. If you can find love on maybe. If you can find love on them sites, I'm all for it. Just not me. That was actually funny. I remember when I was in my early 20s, right? I think it was early 20s. Guys, I get confused with how I just know I was in my 20s and I was working in a job, right, in a clothes shop. And not all of the girls, I'm just generalizing, sorry, not stereotyping. There were some girls that wanted to get in a relationship. I think it was two of them, and they was going on the T app. I'm not going to say it out on here, and they was getting so obsessed with it. They were swiping right or left. I don't know which direction is the correct one. Swiping right, I think it's swiping right. Okay. And and I remember, like, I was talking to a girl that I worked with. She wasn't on that app, but she was like wanting to get in relationships. And I said, you know what, I might try and get in a relationship. And she was like, I really felt offended. She was like, you need to join a dating app. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, yeah, yeah. Sometimes I don't show it, right. I was just like saying, yeah, yeah, like agreeing with her. But inside I was thinking, I don't need a dating app. Like I can go outside and get someone right now. Sorry, what I mean is like, I can meet people now. Like when I say meet people now, if I go outside, there's a chance that I could probably meet a guy. I don't need an app to. For me, I find it offensive because I feel like it's for people. Okay, no offense to people, right? But I feel like people that are ugly or they're really like a loser or whatever, they have to get on those sites because it's the only way they can find love. That's the way I view it. It might be offensive to anyone watching, but that's just my opinion. I find it offensive if people look at me and say, you need to get on a dating app, like I can't just meet someone now. Do you know what I mean? It's quite offensive. Um, are your parents bakers because you are cute? You guys are so cute. That's actually a cute one. I actually like that one. I feel like stealing that. That's quite cute. That's actually a good pickup line, that is. Oh my gosh, that's made me laugh. Yeah, so guys, yeah. So what worries me about these dating sites and dating apps is the fact that a lot of young people are using them. Oh, where was it now? Oh my gosh, I remember reading somewhere online. Guys, wasn't there like a American crime story? And it's a recent one actually. And she was a teenager or something, guys. I won't get this story correct. A teenager, and she met a guy online on the dating app, and him and another woman killed her. And I remember reading someone's comment saying, "What's a was she 16?" Someone was like, "What's a 16-year-old doing on a dating app?" And she was a mom as well. I don't know if she's 16 or 17. It's just I just don't understand why young people get on these things when they can easily meet like people their age easily because they go to school or whatever. AP said, I saw my ex on a dating site. Sorry. Sorry, I just can't. I'm not laughing at you, AP. I'm just laughing at the fact that people join these things. That's what I'm laughing at. So let me really. Sorry, let me just get myself together. Saw my ex on the dating site when we broke up. I was heartbroken. So do you think that she okay, this is a bit insensitive of me to ask. You don't need to answer this, but do you think there's a chance that she was on that website when you were together, or do you think she joined it after? Because I have a feeling that she was on it anyway. I don't know why I have that feeling, because it's a bit sudden to just join a dating app after you break up. It's a bit strange. But now I look back and laugh. She wonders why I've never spoken to her again up to this day. Kiss my teeth. AP is vexed. AP is like, I'm not talking to her again. Like, you're literally vexed. um, Interesting. Probably you just don't like dishonesty. Maybe that's what it is. You're looking back on the connection. You're thinking, wow, after all this, you join that. Like, it's a bit of a slap in the face kind of thing. Maybe that's how you felt. I don't know. Um, but I go back to my point. I don't see the logic of young people. When I say young people, I mean young, like teenagers, 20s, like people in their 20s. Like, why they're joining these apps? Like, it's so hard for them to meet someone. I feel like a dating site and stuff should be for people that are middle age, and they're looking at their life differently, and they're thinking, you know what, it'd be nice to meet somebody like-minded, and then they join those sites. It makes logic sense for that to happen. I'm not encouraging that, but I'm just saying, for the young people, it's like they can easily meet people. um yeah, I never saw the logic of it. I had a good pickup line ready to go, but you're so good looking, I'm literally Is this my fault for putting dating in the title? I'm literally getting hit on right now. uh, AP said, "Who knows? I don't care if she was. Last life goes on. She's begged to get back with me. No way. I feel like when there's a breakup, when one person's like moved on, I always find that the other person chases them. I don't know why that happens. Yeah. Um, AP's totally done with it by the looks of it, just by reading that. I just read it again. Um, Guess it's a no-go for you then, AP. Is that the one that looks like me by any chance? Is that the ex that looks like me? um, yes, as I was saying about the apps, I don't know why young people are doing it. I remember when I was in a student dorm, there was a guy that we were staying with, and he joined the T app, and he joined it purposely for you know what. And it was just, I was just thinking to myself, like, how are you doing this? Like, we're all going clubbing mostly every single night, and you're joining an app when you could easily meet somebody in a club. Like, I just never saw the logic of it. But I guess maybe he was having problems meeting people in real life, or maybe it was just a quick, easy goal thing, like meet people quickly on that app. I don't know. I would never understand why people do that. But I'm not here to judge. AP, I've never taken an X bag. I'm laughing at your last thing. I don't know, something just told me it could be her. That's why I had to ask. I need to be clear. That's actually funny. That's actually made me laugh. Oh gosh. Yeah, so yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, I just remember that guy joining the T app, and I was thinking to myself, like, why is he doing that? Like, just meet someone in the club, like literally. Yeah, but I should have done a video on my first date. I actually went on a date. I've been on, I don't know how many dates I've been on. Uh, Dates with three people. I had to think about that. Yeah, I've been on dates with three people. Um, Should have done it. I should have done a video on the first day about the first day. Actually, that would have been interesting. I don't know if it'd be interesting for people, but I think I should definitely do that. Um, yeah, definitely. She rang me the other day. I just ignored the calls. Maybe because I'm not going to say actually. I'm going to shut my mouth. Um, I'm not going to say. So she's still chasing you down, AP. Maybe she's the one. Yeah. Yeah, I remember going on, yeah, I've been on dates with three people. The second one was a joke. It was literally like a joint joke to do it, I remember. But yeah, I think dates are quite dangerous. My third date, I remember finding like a news article of a girl that got murdered on her first date, and I was so spooked out to go on the second or third date with this guy because it was scary. Like he would pay for my date, but he was paying by card. And the guy that murdered the girl on the news article, he paid everything by card. So they had no trace of her. So I was getting really scared. I was thinking, oh my gosh, what if he's a killer or something? Yeah, so that was quite spooky. Do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk by again? That's actually made me laugh. These little pickup lines are cute. If he says she's not the one for me, no, no way. We've both been elsewhere. We'll never be this. Wait, let me read that again. She's not the one for me. I get that. No, no way. We've both been elsewhere. Okay, so you've both been with other people. It would never be the same. I get you. Yeah, I get you. Well, have you gotten over her? Have you gotten over her AP? Is the question. That's the question. Have you gotten over your ex? The spotlight is on you, AP. Um, yeah, but guys, as I said, dating is so dangerous because people are now in. I'm not saying that you can't be. I mean, meeting someone face to face in real life without the dating app. I'm not saying that's safe as well. Dating in general is so dangerous. I think it's a chance, but judging by these news articles, I think that it's a chance for things to go wrong. It's quite scary. I think the devil's at play with these dates. You just don't know people's true intentions, and as you can see, a lot of news articles, people get killed that way. Um, People get into all sorts of situations. People get used. People get scammed out of their money. I see it a lot in America that people get killed for their money as well. They get robbed. They get killed and robbed. Uh, I don't understand. This is like opposite genders as well. Like people going on dates and the girls are setting up the men to get murdered. Whoa. Um, it's just crazy to me. It's just like you think that something as fun as dating and people meeting and getting to know new people, it's just like people become psychos and start killing people. So it's just like I feel like it's dangerous. Now we were together for years, but life goes on and having it. So that's really beautiful. Um, it's really good that you've managed to like get over her. Amazing. Together for years. So that means you're like a solid, committed person then if you were together for years. Life goes on, no hard feelings. Yeah. It sounds like she wants you back though, AP. Sounds like she wants you back. Um, but yeah. I feel like Scarface is going to be so upset with me because Scarface thought I was going on live tonight, and then I said I'll probably go on live soon, and then Scarface is not here, but it's fine. Um, I said Scarface, it's Scar I don't like to say that. Yeah, but we live in a dangerous world, and I think that it's mostly young people as well. I noticed that young, as I said, this is why I said it's so dangerous, especially with young people joining these apps and stuff because they don't understand the dangers. They forget about stranger danger, and you notice it's mostly young people. teenagers, people in early 20s as well. I'm not saying that people in late 20s can't get killed, but I just noticed the pattern of the young people are just going on dates with anyone, right? Anyone online that they match with or whatever, or how, I don't know how they're meeting. It could be Instagram, Facebook, I don't know. And you just see it on the news that they're just getting taken out. And I just wish that the young people would start realizing how dangerous dating is. Dating is not biblical. If you are a Christian or if you're a believer, like, it's not biblical. We shouldn't be dating. Um, there's a reason why, those higher up people push the media, like, for people to date a lot. You go on to, like, you see, like, Love Harmony. I don't know what Love Harmony is a dating site. I don't know. You just see, if you go on YouTube, you see, like, advertisements for singles to meet and stuff like that. And it's like, not everything has to be about finding a partner right now. You can't take matters into your own hands. Just let it happen naturally, guys. What happened to the good old days? Back in the day when we didn't have, like, the internet, people would meet the old-fashioned way. They may go out somewhere and find their love that way, and naturally it would happen, it progress. And it's like we've lost that now. It's almost like people just go on the internet and they talk to someone and they don't know who this person is. There could be a scammer, there could be a killer, they could be somebody that's a psychopath, a sociopath, or whatever, all those kind of things, and they're just going into it blinded, and they're just like, okay, dating is fun. We've got to stop having this mentality that everything is fun, because no, what's fun to you may be, serious to the devil, and the devil can take you out easily. Um, AP said she does, but I couldn't respectfully. A lot of day naps are used for honey traps. Also, Tanya shake my head. Yeah, literally. She wants you back, but you couldn't. Ah, you're really turned off by her now. Literally, literally, you are. Oh, so there's a lot of dating apps. It's crazy. I don't know what kind of world we're living in. It's a crazy world. But guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up now because I didn't want to be on here for too long. Such as said, how can I plan our wedding without having your number? That's so cute. That is so cute. I'll never get tired of your little pickup lines. That's really cute. Yeah, so guys, I'll wrap it up because, I didn't want to be in here for way too long. I stand by what I say, dating is dangerous, and hopefully somebody does watch this video and literally I save them from going on a date with some psychopath. And when I say psychopath, it could be a man or a woman. Like, anybody can be a psychopath, right? And, we have to be very careful in who we're meeting, because we could be meeting, we could be ending our life before it's meant to end. Okay, so we have to keep ourselves safe. I'm not saying to live in fear, but, dating isn't what dating is today. It's completely different. It's a different ball game, and people are now like robots. They think, just go on the internet, seek somebody out and kill them. That's literally how the world is now, where people are just having no remorse for anything that they do. They just literally do what they can, and they believe they can get away with it because it's the internet, and the internet makes people think they're on some video game where anything goes and they're free to do what they want and they get away with it with no consequences. So we are living in some dynamic world where people are just, is there an airport nearby, or is that more hot? Oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. I actually like that one. I literally pictured like a heart like going on and the body going with it. That's actually cute. AP said, what is the solution, Tanya? Is that in terms of like dating, or is that in terms of your ex? Sorry, I had to throw that one in there. But the solution in terms of dating, I would say just be very careful who you date. God, you can't even be careful because you don't know what's going to happen. Just be very cautious, I would say. Um, don't go to anyone's house. I don't know. I find, or a hotel. I find that's where most of them strike. I mean, they can kill you anywhere, but like, just be very careful. Not everyone's what they seem. Like, they can smile and laugh with you, but there's a different person behind that closed door, and I shouldn't laugh. You know, you can imagine like when they're about to kill the person, the victim, you imagine their face changes, they've got all crazy and deranged, like that nice character falls off. I don't know why these people do it, but as we know, like Satan comes to kill, still kill and destroy. Satan doesn't care, you know. Satan really doesn't care. AP said you're funny. Yeah, I had to throw that one in there. Why not? Yeah. So yeah, it's just I don't know. I think we need to go back to the world where people met people naturally, like the chemistry flow, like I don't know. It's just this world is just like crazy. It's like literally like how dangerous the internet is. It's like shopping. Like say if I wanted to like scam someone, for example, I could just go like, open up my laptop and get my phone, go into social media and start messaging a few people, right, and build that rapport. And it's kind of like that. I'm not obviously killers did that back in the day. Like obviously, I oh my god, I read an article of a woman that was a you not what worker, and the guy killed her. Like he literally that day he was like looking up a lot of women to call, and he called a lot of them, and she happened to be the one that came to his house, and he punched her like to death, literally killed her to death, and yeah, chopped her body up into little pieces and put her in the wheelie bin, and it's just like wow, I don't think people realize how crazy the world is. And I do have experience of like someone I used to talk to, and he was literally someone that when I tell him like I don't really want to be on the internet anymore, social media, he would say it's not. Oh, what would he say? It's how you use it, and I get scared now when people say that because he literally used the internet for his own satisfaction. He would join those kind of OF pages. He would. I'm so sorry if there's any minors listening to this video. I'll try and keep it as clean as possible. He just like use it to shop for things like that. So people are using the internet for selfish desires, and you can tell because some people interact with people online and some people don't because they're up to no good online. Um, AP said my advice to men is definitely date a God-fearing woman, 100%. Yes, but remember, no dating. You have to. It's either you marry or not. Either you get married or not, literally. But obviously, God has to be the one to give that confirmation of who she is. Yeah. Absolute disgusting behavior. I agree, AP. And people are using the internet to their full advantage. This is what people don't realize. There's a lot of the internet is devil, man. The internet is so devil because people are. This is the thing. You got people that are being innocent and you're thinking, oh yeah, dating is fun, and then they're meeting with these dynamic people. AP, I'll leave that one to you. Um, that is a whole another topic for a different day. That one is definitely, definitely. Uh, AP's just like literally throwing out everything that's under that topic. Literally, you're not missing out any points. Thank you so much for the like. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna answer that one. Uh, I don't know how people feel about that. Like, obviously, I have an answer in my head, but I'm not gonna voice that out. Um, but yeah, people have to start getting serious now. With their decisions. I'm not telling people to rush into marriage with someone that they barely know. I'm not saying that because obviously that's a bit risky. But yeah, in terms of biblical, we shouldn't be doing that before marriage. But as you already know, X is marriage anyway. So anyone that you do have X with, it is marriage, straight up marriage. So a lot of people don't realize that they've committed a lot of adultery, which is something that people have to repent for. Um, yeah. Has anybody on here ever been married before? Guys, I'm gonna just leave this live now because yeah, I have to get going. Um, but it's been interesting to talk about this topic, guys. Um, But to summarize, just be careful of the dating world. I personally don't think people should be dating. I think you should just go back to the old-fashioned way where people meet people naturally, and if there's a chemistry, you can hit it off. Um, in terms of what AP said, let's go back to AP's comments. We can use you to summarize. Um, yeah, AP's not going back to his exes, so maybe guys, not everybody, but some people, maybe stay away from your ex if they're no good. AP's advice is to date a God-fearing woman. Um, but yeah, um, obviously there's people that are Christians and they have done that before marriage and then they've built their relationship with God. I'm not saying that's the right way to do it. I'm not going to give anyone any advice on that. But there's people that have done it the wrong order, which is fine, and they've managed to get closer with God. AP said she's for the streets, literally. Would you imagine if she was on this live watching your comments and being like, is that my ex talking about me like that? Yeah, maybe stay away. Yeah, so guys, maybe I should do a part two to this dating. Dating is dangerous. Maybe we can do a dating live video next time, where we can just talk freely about dating. Maybe that'd be a fun topic. Um, yeah, you're just being honest. It's good that you spotted that though, because a lot of people probably don't know, or some people just live in denial. They know the truth, but they just choose to ignore it and carry on with the relationship anyway. Um, yeah, it's not a good way to be for the streets. Like there's a time where you have to get serious about life and realize that the streets is not forever. Um, yeah, but I'm gonna leave this live video now, guys. I really don't like leaving so early, but I have to do it. So, um, love you guys. Have a good night. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing, like chilling, watching videos, and I'm gonna get ready for bed. So this is a bit of an early video. I was hoping that Scarface would join, but I'm so glad that Scarface or Scar Eye didn't join, as this topic is not really 15-year-old friendly. So but then again, it can save someone's life. Even youngsters probably need to know that dating is dangerous, and maybe they think twice, or maybe saving a young person's life, right? Who knows? Because there may be, when you're young, danger, but at the same time, you're taking a risk with your life. Like it's like a roll in the dice, right? So, oh, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Like in a split second, you can be gone. It's not worth it, guys. Oh, thanks for the love, AP. Mwah. Yeah, so see you guys. Have a good night. Hope I answered everyone's questions. Thank you so much for the pickup line as well, such as. Uh, yeah, so yeah, it definitely isn't worth it. I think we have to be very, very careful. Some people are very lucky they do meet someone online and it works out fine. They get married or whatever, or they gain a new friend out of it, but we have to be very, very careful because we don't know. As I said, the internet is a way for a lot of people to manipulate it. They can jump on and say, you know what, today I want to kill someone. Let's find the person to do it and ask them to meet. Literally. Oh my god. Are you sick? Are you sick or tired because you need vitamin B? I love that. I love that one. I love that one. I literally love that one. Okay, guys, let's end it here now. Literally, guys, please stay safe. Don't go on any dates right now. Don't be like, I'm not gonna listen to Tanya. Let's just go on a date right now. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. I've literally warned you guys. Imagine 2025 being on a dating site. That's crazy. Yeah, there's people that are there is people that are on there and um they don't realize, it's because you hear a lot of you hear a lot of success stories of people on these apps that do meet someone, they meet a partner. You hear that all the time, and they tell people, "Oh, it's fine. I met someone. Everything's fine." But yeah, yeah, you literally made me laugh, such as yeah, literally. Um, yeah, but I can say to people now, just let it happen naturally. Imagine like Imagine if you're meant to be with someone and they're just literally on dating sites and they're not even like going outdoors, or how are you going to meet them if they're just on dating sites? Like, they're literally rolling the dice with their life. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna get going now. I hate going, I hate leaving, but it's fine. I love talking to you guys. Like, literally, I love talking to you all. But I have to go. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. Everyone have a good night, a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, so take care, everyone. Be careful, stay safe out there. It's not a pretty world that we're living in. This doesn't mean to live in fear. I'm just saying, like, be cautious. But yeah, love you all. Bye.